The woman says, no, Dad, I don't want to get married. You can't force me. The father says, if you don't get married, you won't get anything from my property. The priest comes in and says, is everyone ready? The woman says, yes, Father, you may begin. The priest says, ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today for a wedding ceremony. Do you accept this woman as your wife? The old man says, yes. The priest says, do you accept this old man as your husband? The woman says, yes. The priest says, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss each other. The woman says, I can't do this. This marriage was forced upon me. The woman runs away. The old man says, bring her back. If she doesn't return, I won't give you anything. The father runs after the woman. The woman says to a young man, help me. They are forcing me to get married. The young man hides the girl in the car. The father comes, opens the trunk, sees the girl, but the young man drives away. The woman says, I need a job. The young man says, where I work, they need a girl. I'll talk to them. The greedy father says, stop making excuses. Give me the land as per the agreement. The old man says, I know about the agreement, but where is your daughter? Until you bring her back, I won't give you anything. The young man enters. The father asks him, where have you hidden my daughter? The old man says, what does your daughter have to do with my employee? The father says, he took her with him. The daughter comes in and says, this young man knows nothing. The young man leaves. The father says, daughter, now you will stay with this old man. You will obey his every command. The girl says, okay. The father says, now give me my land. The old man says, come back after a few days. I will give it to you. The father leaves. The old man says, your father is a bad man. If you don't obey me, you will regret it for the rest of your life. The old man calls the maid and says, take my wife to the room and dress her nicely. The maid takes the woman. The woman says, you forced my father and married me against my will. The old man says, your father is a liar and I want to free you from him. The woman says, my father is not like that. The old man says, you don't know your father. Now go to sleep and let me sleep too. The next day, the old man says, after 2 weeks, you will handle all the property. The woman says, why are you saying this? The old man says, this is my medical report. I only have 2 weeks left. I think it's important to tell you that your father has already sold all his property to me and now he's on the streets. I married you to free you from that liar because now that you are my wife, all the property will be inherited by you. The woman walks away. At midnight, the father sneaks into the room like a thief. He searches the drawer and says, where are the documents? The old man wakes up and says, do you think I would keep the documents here? Number, you're the real scoundrel. You sold your own daughter. I won't give you anything. The daughter says, why were you doing this to me, being my father? The police arrive. The old man says, you are being arrested for trying to seize someone else's land and marrying off your daughter without her consent. The woman hugs the old man and thanks him. Greed and deceit can never bring happiness, especially if one deceives their own children. God turns such people into a lesson for the world.